Hello, and welcome back to the Lost Archives for episode 20! Oh my god!
Holy shit.
Episode 20! I'm blown away. It's not just double digits, it's double digits. My name's Owen, I'm the Dungeon Master for our campaign. It's double trouble. I'm the Dungeon Master for our campaign, the Tyranny of Dragons. However, this campaign is all about the players, who will introduce themselves and their characters right now.
Oh, it's me, I think.
It is, because Simon's not here
Simon.
Throwing his batter in the works.
I was prepared. No, I'm definitely prepared. I'm Claire. I'm playing Mira, who's the Dragonborn Sorcerer, half red dragon, half silver dragon. Spy extraordinaire. Diplomatic. Very, very graceful. Just basically the most self-assured character you'll ever come across. Yep. That's Mira.
That's Mira.
That certainly sounds like her.
Yep.
Hey guys, I'm Andrew, and I'm playing Azure Lightheart, our resident good guy ass kicker. I'm playing an Aasimar Monk. Who knows what's in store for our angelic angel in the upcoming episode, but we shall find out. Jared, under you.
Hey guys, I'm Jared. I'm playing the character of Jin, actually, now that he's actually been revealed. He's the man of many faces, one of them most prominently being Alerian Whisperwind. He has many different personas he likes to draw upon those, so right now he's actually currently looking like a grizzled sort of... What's he sort of looking like? An older man with the grey sort of longish hair and scars. That's currently our resident changeling. But otherwise he's a bard, and there's a lot of... what's the best way to put it? Depth, I guess. There's a lot of stuff going on with him at the moment. So yeah, I'll pass it over to Michael.
Guest character.
I am Michael, and I'm playing Talari Fleetfoot, the wandering Tabaxi Monk that has joined the party for a unallotted amount of time.
Look, it may just get to the point where you're just a new player, Michael. Where you just can't. I reckon that's not far off. Where you're not allowed to leave now. Like,
Wow.
One of us. One of us.
Welcome to the Lost Archives, Michael. Welcome.
You can log on, but you can never log off.
Yes, that's right. So yeah, tell us a little bit about Talari.
You can't.
Yeah, we can leave. tell us a little about Talari. So he's had some fun the last couple of sessions.
Yes, he has. He's met up with his old friend Alerian, who didn't turn out to be Alerian.
Oh yeah.
Joined a crew of ragtag fighters and is following the road, which is his want, and is finding himself in a castle.
Yeah, Castle
embroiled in some
politics.
Swamp politics. Question: have we actually we haven't really told Talari our actual goal, have we? He's just sort of coming along.
No, I don't think so.
No, you haven't. He's just been tagging along for fun, basically.
Yeah.
If he's becoming more of a permanent fixture, we might actually have to think about letting him know.
Nah. I mean,
Well, we'll do it when the time's right, if we do it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised we haven't, to be honest.
Oh no, we tell everyone everything.
I know.
It's the first time you guys
have... My name is this.
It's the first time you guys have managed to not reveal who you are and what you're doing, and it's actually like a friendly player character that you're doing that to, rather than like the very deeply suspicious NPC that I'm presenting to. Oh, tell me more about who you are and what you're doing. Oh yes, of course, yes. No, I introduce a player character. Oh, do we trust him? Don't know.
You don't know much about him. I mean, that's the thing.
It's very true.
Yeah, can you trust him? Can you?
That's very, very true.
Oh.
So,
okay.
do we have any fun news for the stream? I've got a little bit of fun news. I got an early Christmas present from my girlfriend Alice, which is a Oculus Quest 2. So I'm going to be doing this in VR today. So
Oh my god.
That's very
So that would be pretty cool.
That's Inception. We're doing a role play
Yeah.
side of VR.
But I will definitely be doing some VR streams very, very shortly, including some more Phasmophobia streams, this time in VR. I'm very excited. VR makes me shit my pants in, like, when I'm not in VR. So the added immersion of actually being in the room with the ghost, it's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun.
Last time I played a VR was, I forget the game's called, but I nearly fell over a bunch of times. So that was cool.
Okay, I'm looking forward to...
It really messes around with your perception of where you're standing in a room.
Yeah, I've actually found that I'm not
That's what the
too...
game's called, Boneworks.
Boneworks. I've got that one as well. I'm ready to play that one too. Yeah, I found that so far it's not been too bad. Like, I've done a little bit of Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes, which is where one person has to defuse a bomb while someone else describes how to defuse it. Alice and I discovered that each of us have a role we're very good at and a role we're not so good at. So we might stream that for fun. Beat Saber is obviously the greatest game ever invented of all time. No, that's enough said. So far I've not had too much trouble, but I haven't done anything where the camera moves without my consent yet. So I'm sure I'll find time to spew violently on the floor when the camera starts moving around without my consent.
Sounds good. You think of playing any Alex?
Oh yeah, 100%. Half-Life Alyx is like the AAA game for VR. I'm also going to do Skyrim too, just because it's
Of course.
Skyrim. You play Skyrim on every platform that you have. Like,
Absolutely.
I've played Skyrim on this beer, for example. You can boot it up to the loading screen at least. It's been ported for literally ported for everything. Skyrim.
Yeah.
You can play it on a cheesecake nowadays. But that's all my news. Shall we? Shall we?
On that note,
I may have had more than one of these prior to the stream, so I can only apologise for the content. Shall we jump into the adventure? Unless anyone else has got any fun news.
No,
Stream it is.
I think so.
Stream it is. Simon, as you guys have gathered, is not joining us tonight. He has a very busy job, and it's a very busy time for his job, so he won't be joining us tonight. I think he probably will be on next time, but even if he's not, it's alright. We'll just kill Wiltix off this time regardless. Cool. Alrighty, so our journey has been following the escapades of the Tempest Adventuring Guild from the League of Adventurers based in the merchant city of Oxenfurt, plus a new guy they met a couple of episodes ago. Mira, Azure, Wiltix, Alerian, and now our friend Talari are tracking dragon cultists responsible for an attack on the town of Greennest, who have travelled disguised as part of a caravan heading north. It's been a long journey. The party faced many dangers and met some colourful characters, and enjoyed a somewhat peaceful trip for the most part. Just outside the town of Cloudfodge, on one of the stops along the route, the party noticed the cultist wagons depart the caravan and begin making their way towards a rather dingy establishment called the Carnath Roadhouse. Excuse me. As the party approached the roadhouse, Alerian, now known as Jin, recognised an approaching figure as Talari, a Tabaxi Monk he'd spent some time with previously. Talari joined on with the group, no questions asked, and after following some clues inside the roadhouse, the party interacted with an orc called Bog Luck, who they were able to convince to assist them. Bog Luck directed the party through the nearby swamplands to nearby Castle Nearytar, an abandoned ruin located in the centre of the swamplands that had been claimed by the cult as part of their building up of the treasury, known as the Hoard of the Dragon. The party travelled through the bog, managing to avoid all of the dangers present there. Fuck you guys. Before skirting around sneakily the outside of the castle. Scaling the walls, Azure and Talari managed to provide a pathway for the rest of the party up. As they entered, they were ambushed by a group of lizard folk. However, the lizard folk had assumed they were simply part of the cult who had joined on and were late coming in, as there was no other reason that they would be inside the tower. Directing them down towards the main foyer, the party carried on and met one of the most colourful characters I've ever come up with. Interacting with a bullywug known as Fruity Bouliani, who is one of the generals, the second in command of a group of bullywugs, who are working with the cult in a very uneasy alliance between the cult, some lizard folk, and the bullywugs. Was directing some lizard folk to doing some training, some late night training. After a colourful and interesting conversation with Fruity Bouliani, the party were told that if they wanted to meet someone with real power, they would need to speak to Farbex Spatagu, leader of the bullywugs. Sorry, Farblex Spatagu, leader of the bullywugs. The party were directed to a small abandoned room that they were welcome to use as their quarters for the night, having successfully convinced and bluffed their way into the castle as simply more members of the cult. We last left the party as they were settling down for a long rest. The room itself that you find yourselves in is small, dingy, covered in dust, with a number of skittering centipedes moving about across the floor. As you look around, you can see there are no beds, there are no chairs or furniture of any kind. In fact, there is no light in this room apart from what you have brought in with you. It looks like this room has well and truly been abandoned. The last thing you saw was one of the bullywugs who directed you this way, walking back out the door and wishing you a good night. What would you guys like to do?
Before we start, was that Far Blacks or Far Blacks? Just for my
Far
notes.
Blacks.
Perfect.
Far Blacks. Yeah, I'll chuck it in the comments so you guys can see it.
Cool. No,
I have Far Blacks in my notes.
I had Far Blacks as well, yeah.
Could be.
I like Far Blacks more though from being... Yeah, I like that. Cool, let's go with that. Awesome, thanks.
Fine. His name is Bunald Grumpf. No.
Who's that?
Too obvious.
Perfect.
Well, I can put so there's no light in here at the moment. Is that what you said?
Only what you've brought in with you. I think one of you had a torch up on the battlements. One of the guards had a torch that you could have easily just taken.
Darkness doesn't worry me.
I was born in the dark.
I can cast light over our heads, so at least we have some sort of light.
Fantastic. Yeah, you just reach up towards the ceiling, touch one of the large cobblestones in the roof, and it begins emitting a warm sunlight glow, this beautiful yellow soft glow coming from the roof, and the whole room lights up as if lit by a very gentle soft sunlight. As you do so, the centipedes scurry away to the corners of the room, trying to avoid the bright light present.
Yes. Nice.
Scuttling under the door, moving under past.
Move, centipedes, move.
And that's what you see.
Talari reflexes, grabs something.
Did you eat this? Did you see the centipede?
It is protein, is it not?
So efficient.
I'd like you to make me a Constitution saving throw as you munch down on one of the centipedes.
We saw it coming.
No.
That's the end of your...
See you guys.
12. As you bite down, a very bitter taste fills your mouth that makes you want to gag. However, you catch the sign of possible poison and manage to spit out the rest of the centipede before swallowing, preventing yourself from ingesting this quite potentially poisonous insect. Nicely done. 12 was the DC.
Oh man.
Oh
Do
damn.
not eat the insects. That is less than nutritious.
Oh no. Are they all? Is the rest of the room clear? So there's no actually where to sleep here, is there? It's kind of like a nice bare floor.
Yeah, you think you would have to set up your bedrolls and things like that if you wanted to have a... I mean, you're welcome to sleep on the cobblestones.
We haven't had a long rest yet, have we?
No, you have not. We left off so that you guys could do the long rest as part of the stream.
Cool.
Shall I have a watch?
I'll watch because Mira, you really need sleep.
I'm
Watch.
exhausted.
Watch, but also in that 2 hours while you're watching, can you just stomp on the centipedes so we don't have them crawling in our bedrolls?
Oh yeah, I'll use light and direct them out.
Because that's what I was going to do as
Yeah.
Alerian when he does, or Jin. I should probably change it now to Jin.
Well, if I keep light up, then it won't. They'll kind of stay away from you.
Can you make me a animal handling check, please, Azure?
18.
18. Yeah, you're very confident that if you go to one side of the room and start kicking away some of the dust and some of the straw that's been left behind and then begin shining this light, you reckon you can direct these centipedes out of the room pretty easily.
Oh, awesome. All right, well, I'll use light and direct these centipedes outside the room.
You do so. After a few minutes, you judge the room as being fairly clear.
I'm pretty sure that... I don't think... Well, this is a D&D world, so they could be poisonous and venomous. Typically, they're venomous. So I wouldn't really want them crawling with bedroll and biting me.
Could we seal the bottom of the door somehow?
Yeah. How would you do that? I've got some ideas of what you could do, but how would you do it, Azure?
Could we? Will you press the digitation and create an airflow out of the door so that they couldn't come in through a gust of wind?
That sounds like a good idea. Yeah, that's
kind of like an air curtain.
Done. Yep, absolutely. I think that's a good idea. Let's see it. So as you do the prestidigitation, you start pushing this air, almost like air bending, creating this gust of wind under the door. You don't see any centipedes making their way back into the room. You suspect that probably the light and the gust of wind alone have been enough to encourage them to carry on.
I make it my honor, Jin, to blast all centipedes out of existence with a radiant sunbolt if they do choose to enter back into this room.
Okay, fantastic. All right.
Unnecessary pledge, number one.
They will meet a swift and sunny end.
Noted. I will keep that in mind.
I feel like that's your calling card. Azure delivers a swift and sunny end.
Yep, a swift and sunny end.
Alright, guys, go nap.
Azure. Thank goodness someone has their sense of humour still. Mira will just out like a light. Like a light, exhausted.
Like a light. Oh, amazing.
And I'm dead. Definitely.
That looks like 53 psychic damage, Mira.
D.
No. Fantastic. You guys may take your long rests as required, as desired. If anyone is going on watch, just let me know. Otherwise, you guys.
I was staying on watch.
Perfect. Alrighty, cool.
I'll take second watch.
Nice.
Excellent.
I'll take third watch.
Well, in that case, could I please have a perception check from Azure? 23.
Wow.
Yeah, Azure. You're going to see literally anything that might potentially occur. Because of course you are, because you just see everything.
Mm-hmm.
Azure, as you begin to settle down for the night and watch your comrades head to bed, you look out over the group of them. You begin to sort of let your mind wander. There's no immediate danger in the room to your eyes, so you begin to use your other senses, your hearing, your sense of smell. After about 2 hours or so, you begin to hear the sounds of claws scraping against wood and stone as a number of footsteps begin to come from outside your door and then begin to move what you assume is downstairs. After a few moments, the sound fades away and is no more. They begin to head downstairs. That's all you hear on your watch. Next up was Talari. Talari, perception check, please.
Most certainly.
23. Okay. As you two change over for the watch, Talari, you set up. And again, using your other senses more than your sight, you begin to focus on your sense of hearing, your sense of smell. Very finely tuned and focused. Yeah, that's exactly right with the ears. As you listen and focus, you hear voices coming from outside your door, around the corridor, very faint, and you only catch a handful of words. But you hear the name Farblix. You hear the name Borngrey. And you also hear Horde almost ready. And that's what you hear.
So the first one was Farblix, right?
Farblix, yeah.
Then
Horde almost ready. And Borngrey was the other name that you heard as well. Yeah, Borngrey.
Horde almost ready.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I mean,
Uh-oh.
You don't know what that means, though.
Nope.
Yeah, I know.
Nope.
No, Talari doesn't know.
Talari has no idea.
The one
He's
who
like,
heard it is probably the one that...
That is very interesting.
that can't benefit from the information at all.
Yeah.
If we're being honest, yeah.
Unless we tell him.
Why he's here.
Oh.
Oh, damn.
Alrighty. So,
Well, yeah, during the shift change, he will tell Jin what he heard there.
Ooh.
So I heard this. They were speaking. Fabrics born grey, which I do not know what the bit is, and horde almost ready, which I assume means is some kind of lunch.
yes,
Yeah, that's
be correct.
Look, you might be right. It might be just bad dinner, potentially. But I will say this: as you say, horde almost ready. You do notice that when you said it, it does. Jin's eyes sort of. What's like his expression just sort of pricks up a little bit, like there were a bit of recognition there when you heard it. Just letting you know, you don't have to do an insight check. It's just a little thing that you pick up from when Jin hears it. He downplays it.
Sure.
So
This
that's
means
just to give
something
you-
to you, Jin?
Well, look, it might do. It might mean nothing though, so we'll have to consult the other guys when they wake up. But nevertheless, have a good sleep there, and I'll finish the watch for you, my friend.
Keep a good eye, and do not
Alrighty.
eat the bugs.
Yep, good advice. For the last watch, Jin.
All right, so let's do a perception check. Oh no, not bad actually, not horrible.
Not the bad. 17. During the evening, as it begins to sort of head towards very early dawn, Alerian, Jin, you spot a centipede coming under the door, exploratory.
You said
Mandibles
that
clacking.
Eldrith. Oh, sorry. What were you
No,
about
that's
to
what I
say?
say. Mandibles sort of testing the air, antennae tasting and smelling. It seems to sort of be pushing itself under the door and looking around a little bit. This one's a little bit larger than the ones that you saw before.
You said Eldrith Blast didn't make any noise, didn't you?
Doesn't make any noise unless you'd like it to.
I'm gonna Eldrith Blast the fucker.
Oh,
Okay.
Stealth style.
Absolutely, make an attack.
Can you make Eldritch Blast like
Oh.
8?
The 10.
What was that, Andrew?
I was gonna say, can you make the beam smaller?
Yeah, make like a pinprick, yeah, like a beep.
Yeah, like a pinpoint Eldritch Blast.
I'm happy to for flavor. Like you
it's
can
like
make
a
this like
it's like a,
incredibly.
a laser pointer.
Yeah.
It's
That's
a
right,
stealth,
yeah.
It's a stealth attack. But
It's a stealth
10.
Eldritch Blast.
I
Yeah.
don't even know if that hits it.
A bog standard centipede. Yes, it does. 8
Oh,
damage.
perfect. 8 force damage.
You obliterate the centipede. It just is. It's dusted as you just sort of like you finger gun point. You're like, pew, and this like little tiny individual like laser pointer beam of force just annihilates this little centipede.
I sort of get on all fours and I just sort of whisper under the door, if any of you little fuckers even think about coming in here, I'm going to blast you apart. Let there be a lesson to you all.
As you do, 2 mandibles close in on your lips. No, I'm kidding. No.
I'm not saying that close.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Ah!
I'm kidding.
Guys, help.
You hear no response from the centipedes.
Yeah, peak D&D.
Peak D&D.
I will do a
benefit
little-
from a long rest.
I was going to do a minor illusion just to like say don't even think about coming in here as well, but they don't understand that, so it's fine.
No, you
Long
will
rest.
benefit from a long rest. Nicely done.
Thank God I had 0 spell slots and 0 sorcery points.
Yeah,
I'll
you
heal
really
up-
needed it.
I'll heal up Wiltix too. I'll just long rest Wiltix so that he's.
So it's not too bad for me because the Warlock, I go through all my pack slots first before any other slots.
Yeah.
So short rests are like where it is for me. But long rest is good because I get all my bardic inspiration back, and that was actually turned out to be really pivotal at some points.
Yeah, absolutely. Alrighty. As you guys awaken the next morning, Jin, you're already awake because you were the last
Yep.
one to take watch. As the sun slowly creeps over the edge of the horizon, the swamp begins to rise with the sound of insects, frogs, lizards, and other birds.
No
As a
centipedes.
cacophony of noise, As a cacophony of noise begins to emerge from the swampland, croaks and ribbits, chirps, quite loud and intrusive, at roughly about the equivalent of sort of 5, 6 a.m. It is very hard for all of you to sleep through this. You find yourselves being roused and awoken by this noise.
Talari has moved in the night. He's now in where the sun's coming through the wall. So in the window just next to where Mira is. So he's just kind of cuddled up, just in the sunbeam.
Nice. Nice.
like a cat would go on the go out a window on the inside of the curtain.
That's so
Very
cool. I love
nice.
it. That's awesome. Yeah. What would you guys like to do? It is a new morning. You have the whole day ahead of you. What would you like to do?
So as everyone sort of wakes up and go, good morning, preciouses. How are we all doing today?
Good. Thank you for keeping watch. Talari and Jin. Thank you.
Didn't you also kept watch too, so thank yourself there. You're the one that got rid of all the nasty little critters running around.
Were there any issues over the night?
No, I might have blasted one, but no more
Fantastic.
decided to come on in, so you can even
You
see his ashes
blasted
over
it.
there.
You disintegrated the thing.
I did. Have a look at it. Still, the dust's still there. I haven't cleaned it. I kept it there as a bit of a warning to others.
Smart. Very smart. Well, now that what's our game plan, fellow adventurers? For taking this castle, as it were.
Look, to be honest, guys, we might have to Talari heard something very interesting over the night.
Did indeed. So I had some discussion about a horde being almost ready, which at first I thought was a meal, but I am not 100% sure that was a good assessment.
Well, it'll be a meal for someone. I don't know if it's going to be as a tasty treat as we think it might be.
That's a problem.
That is definitely a problem.
It is? What kind of horde are we talking about?
Well, the last time we came across this group of individuals, the horde represented an army of dragons. So I don't know what they're referring to this time.
An army of dragons. That is two words that one wishes never to hear in the same sentence.
No, and
No.
we've come across that sentence far too many times.
See,
So look, Talari, to be honest with you, this is a bit different. This is a bit more than you thought it was going to be originally. We've been tracking these guys for a while, actually. Well, these guys even more so than myself. I've only just sort of joined up as reinforcements. But look, these guys are doing some nasty business, and it's our duty to stop them, I guess.
Just outside of game, sorry, just for 1 second. Sorry,
Yeah,
guys. What was when we on this original quest? What was the end
Yes,
goal?
Andrew.
Do you guys remember the end goal?
Are you talking about this? So
This arc.
are you talking about this one? This
Yeah,
arc
so-
with
yeah,
the
so-
caravans?
Yeah, we sat down. We were meant to follow the caravans, and
Yep.
we were meant to find out where they went. That's right.
Gather we were meant to gather information and such.
Yeah. Okay. So this is we probably shouldn't go in all guns a blazing, I suppose is what I'm saying.
No. I mean,
No.
we could take it to this castle, but it would kind of. Well, here's the thing. And this is Mira speaking now.
But here's the thing. That's a Simon saying. Now here's the thing.
Here's the thing. Yeah.
Here's the thing.
I'll play Wiltix now. No.
All right.
Here's the thing. We can either continue to follow them, or we could interrupt their supply chain, as it were,
Look,
and follow them.
Look, I was thinking the same thing, and if they don't know what hit them or how it hit them, it might be a benefit to us later on. But, I mean, following the caravan and getting information back to the guilds is the most important aspect of our mission. But, I mean, if we remove this outpost from existence, and, I mean, I think they've almost given us an opportunity to do that. I don't know if you guys noticed on the way in, but, civil war is rife for the taking here. It would not be very hard to start something between the two. Those frog. What were the frog people called?
Bullywugs.
The Bullywugs. Yeah,
and the lizard
and
men.
the locals. Yeah, and the lizard men. So
That's fine. That's local stuff.
yes,
So
I know,
we're
but
gonna
it
aim
might.
bigger than that.
I know, but that might be a way for us to infiltrate deeper into this place.
Certainly could be a distraction.
Nothing distracts people more than two hordes trying to burn the place down.
Well, I'm sure I could arrange some burning.
Wiltix at this point goes, I just want to kill people.
Yes, Wiltix.
I just really want to just stab someone. Just just get my sword in there. Just really stab someone.
Well, Wiltix, it's funny that you say that because there's a sitting target right here. If we manage to set up, say, a political assassination and pin it on the cultists, perhaps, that would be quite inciting, don't you think?
Yeah. So what are you thinking? You're thinking kill someone, blame it on the cultists, start a civil war?
Yeah.
Done.
We do have to be careful though, because we're the newbies here. So if any attention does pop up like that, they might immediately look at us.
Well, that's the thing. One side of me says chaos, the other side of me says keep low, keep following the cultists. We've got a fantastic disguise, apparently. They just let us walk straight in. We could just keep following the cultists.
Also, the other thing is we might not even need to be the ones doing the assassinating. If we were to, say, get these other... Which ones are we trying to get on site? The little froggy people or the little...
Doesn't really matter.
The lizard folk are the ones that have been oppressed and just want this.
They're the
just
ones
want their
that,
lands back.
That's it.
I think they would easily I think they would attack.
Yeah, if we can get them, to start it at least, perhaps, and then we just put in a.
All we really need to do is just a little word here and a little word there. Just get some little chaos brewing.
Maybe that's the job for our. Maybe that's the job for our little Wiltix here, just to
well,
go
the thing
around.
Is, as you say that though,
rumors.
I actually look at you. Look, there might be Wiltix would be all well and good, but he can't do this. And I click my fingers, and then I use an action to shape change into a lizardman.
Well, that is definitely helpful.
It is helpful. The other thing is there was a lot of training going on out there, like fighting training. So it is possible that perhaps we could put a person in a position of power. If
quickly
they did training.
Quickly as well, Owen, what does the lizard men sort of sound like?
The lizard men are very much like what Mira's doing, what Claire's doing. This hissing noise and very breathy.
Okay, I'll try that. I'm not super good at that one.
Sorry.
This. No. Yes.
Yeah, that was good. Like snaky.
That's better. Snaky. I'm a
Just so what I'm doing is I'm a slithy little snake. What I'm doing is Harry Potter, the science.
Yes.
Parseltongue, yeah.
Classic.
Look, maybe this might work better.
I think that'll do. I think that is exactly what we need.
I might be able to talk to them all.
Yes, but for what end? For what end? What were you saying, Talari? Put someone in power.
Well, sure. If we get somebody to do some fighting training, which is something they obviously need, maybe that person will be in a position to say the right things, to push them in a direction.
And also, like, I was just gonna say this out of game. Stuff like as well, like if I do go and like just sort of meld into their ranks, I could start sort of talking to some of the guys and getting them all riled up about the bullywugs and
but as a soldier, I think is what.
Yeah,
what
that's
saying,
right.
Michael. I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, you could always play this in two ways. You could you could play it as a bullywog and incite more violence.
Go too harsh.
Yeah, be too harsh, push too hard.
Well, we already have an in with the lizard folk, though. I've kind of said to them, we're here to... Last time, I said we were here to liberate them.
That's a thought, though. If we have somebody on their side and then somebody on the other side pushing them too hard, they can point to that person and go, look how evil this. Thought?
The thing as well, we have to try and if Mira does that, then the other people in the castle might point fingers at Mira because they heard stuff like that potentially. I'm just trying to come up with a more subtle solution without us ever having the finger pointed at us.
I mean, this is a very subtle solution. If you, I think this could work if you using this disguise and infiltrating, and then in character. Yeah, so if you infiltrate the lizard army, the rest of us may use this time to head deeper into the castle, and we can take the cloaks and try and stay out of prying eyes and see what's going on here.
I want to say something as well. I don't know what size bullywogs are. I can also turn into them. So they're small?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can only turn into a lizardman. I can't turn into the bullywogs. Or I can, but I'll be a lot bigger than all of them.
And you might stand out too much.
Yeah.
I am king of the bullywogs.
Hi there, I am... What's his name? I am Far Black Splattergoo.
Yeah, that's what he sounds like.
I think lizardmen would be better for Jin to infiltrate.
Alrighty, so talk me through. What are you guys doing?
That's a good question. What's everyone think? What's everyone thinking?
How do you guys want to do this? Yeah.
Well, what's our aim here? Is our aim to disrupt the castle with the operation here, or is it to keep following where it leads?
That's a good point. Yeah, what do we want to do?
I think it needs to be twofold. I think we need to see what's going on here, and we need to... I think, it's in our nature to disrupt what is happening here.
Yeah,
in the most fireworks way possible.
Well, that's the thing. There's only so if we keep following them, and maybe this could be a really good opportunity to hamper them while still not giving us away.
We can blame it on the lizard folk.
Exactly.
That
takes half of their workforce out.
I just had a thought. If we have somebody, say, like Jin here, that can get in places, we also have an ample supply of these the millipedes, cockroachy thingy-majiggies that are poisonous. Could we perhaps not start something if we poisoned their midday meal?
Oh, that's good. If we crush up centipedes into their meal.
Yes.
Oh, we have to go find them though.
I mean, they're everywhere.
Got rid of them.
We should have kept those centipedes. I knew I should have picked them up. Classic Skyrim blunder.
Everything up.
Yep.
So let's take a stand here, is what we're saying. Take a stand. Disrupt this organization. We free some lizard folk. And burn down the castle. I like your style, Talari.
As you guys are having this conversation, I think that's probably been roughly in game the equivalent of a fair bit of time. Let's say 30-40 minutes. As you're having this conversation, a knock comes from the door.
Uh-oh.
I throw this cloak on, and I give Jin my cloak, and I push the button.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, just pull the hood up. Just pull the hood up.
Pull the hood up and stand in that corner.
Alright, so I guess I've got the hood on now, and I'm just chilling in the corner as a lizardman for now.
Yeah.
Enter.
Entering into the room is one of the bipedal frogs, the bullywugs you've seen before. And for those who might not remember what they look like, they're about 3.5 feet tall, so about the same size as Wiltix. Green skin, very frog-like face, dressed in very utilitarian clothes. Very tightly tailored, not a lot of loose space. Very short sleeves designed to sort of help them move through the swamplands without getting too filthy. And as you sort of open the door, the creature enters and looks over at you.
You have been requested by Farblex and Fruity in the main chamber when you are ready.
Thank you.
If you would accompany me, I will take you there presently.
Do you mind just waiting out in the hall? We'll just continue to get ready and we'll come down with you shortly.
Of course, it's not a good idea to keep Farblex waiting. Just a piece of advice.
Thank you for your honesty. And for your advice.
Stands by the door, waits for you guys to be ready. He closes the door politely behind him as well, I should add.
Aw. Okay, Jin, I think this is time to, you wait here until the rest of us leave, and then I think it's, best if you make your move.
Start inciting a riot.
Well, look, I think it might be better
Nice.
if I switch back to what I was before. Because they expect 5 people. Because they saw 5 enter, and if they see 4 exit, they'll be a bit sus. So I might just go back into my other form for now. So I'll use shape change again to switch back into what I was before. And I'll hand you the cloak back. Because I can always switch into a lizardman later. But they're expecting 5, not 4.
Good, fair enough.
So I'm coming with you guys. Back to this voice again. The gruff guy.
So you watch as the white flesh begins to move across this lizard-like form as he grows taller and more humanoid, and then takes on the familiar appearance of the cultist disguise that you've been working on.
Yeah, I've tweaked him though, so he's not the exact same.
Perfect. The bullywug is waiting outside the door. Door's closed. He's just awaiting you guys.
Friend, take us to Farlax.
Yes, at once. Come follow me.
In the interests of expediency, I'll just move you guys across, but I'll describe what you see as you move around. That's right. I'll just check you here, and then I'll move you all as a unit. So, this bullywug leads you back through the main corridor that you passed through before, along the battlements, takes you down through the main courtyard, where you originally interacted with Fruity Bulliani and the other bullywugs and lizard folk. He takes you across the courtyard, leads you over towards a set of double doors. Leads you down here towards a set of double doors. Doors that you walked past on your first time in here. As he arrives at the doors, he steps forward and goes,
Wait until you are summoned.
Then he knocks 3 times, steps through the door, closing it behind him. You are now standing outside the door in the courtyard where you were before. You can see a couple of bullywugs moving around, a couple of lizard folk are doing daily chores, moving about the courtyard, carrying various water skins up from the well, transporting
Any signs of the
food and drink.
cultists?
No humans that you can see at the moment. It's exclusively bullywugs and lizard folk at this point. They seem to be sort of moving around, very busy. Like there is clearly work for them to be doing. After a few moments, a voice calls out from inside.
Yeah, alright, you can come in now, lads.
A voice that you recognise as Fruity Bulliani.
Alright, we'll enter.
You may now enter the room. As you step inside the hall here, you can see a large set of stairs leading down towards a undercroft beneath the castle you're currently in. Around the room are 8-9 bullywugs, standing to attention, dressed in very resplendent cloths and scarves, looking particularly well-groomed. Standing at the back wall is a very distinctive-looking bullywug. His skin is a much darker green than that of his fellow bullywugs. It seems to be very dark around the face. The eyes are sort of slightly lighter pale green, and the lips are slightly pale green. On his head, he wears a blue pike, as if it is a hat. Stitched into the flesh of the blue hat are the words in common, "Make the swamp great again." He is dressed in a very fancy-looking suit that has been clearly made from other clothes that have been cut and put together. He looks a somewhat impressive form from a distance, but then two moments of examination reveal a rather sad-looking creature. Someone trying to look more important than what they are. And as you enter, Farblex Spatagu looks over at you, eyeing off each of you, and goes, "Right, is this it then? Is this everyone? Is this the
Oh
group?"
God.
Fruity looks over and goes, "Yeah, this is them, all right. This is a lot of them. This is the new cultists." "Right, well, one of them's very short. He can step outside right away. We don't want the short one in here." As they look over at Wiltix. Wiltix sort of goes, "Fuck you, I'm staying here. Like, I'm not walking outside." "Fine, you can stay. I like the cut of your jib. You got some gumption. Fine. Right. Welcome. Thank you for coming. I've summoned you all here today. You may bow before your new god, as appropriate." As he looks at the five of you, sorry.
Look, I'm trying to give off a tough persona, so I'm gonna do like I'm gonna do like a bow, but like it's gonna be like half-hearted.
Okay. Yep.
I do not bow.
Devil sort of make it attitude.
I'm
looks
going to do
over.
a very graceful courtier bow that Mira would have known from before.
Yep. And Talari?
He bends at the waist, but he doesn't bend forward. He just sort of like slinks sideways. And then rolls back up again.
Right, well, the big lizard, despite being a big lizard, did the best job out of all of you. It's really just disappointing, to be honest. I'm not impressed with any of you. But the big lizard did do a good job. So, here's the situation. We're finding ourselves in a bit of a pickle. We're really looking forward to taking control of this castle, and we're having some issues with the lizards. We tried to drain the swamp to starve the lizards of their food, but Fruity here keeps telling me we're amphibians and we require the water to survive. So we're moving on from drain the swamp. So it's a bad plan. It's a terrible plan. I never supported that plan. It was never my plan. So instead, we're moving on to building a giant wall to keep out all the lizards from inside the castle. And your job is to
build
make
a wall.
Yep, yeah, we need to make a wall, and somehow we need to get the lizard to pay for it. So I'm hoping you guys can get onto that. If you could make the lizards just pay for that wall, that'd be great.
That sounds like a fabulous plan.
Yeah, and if you could kill a few of them as well, that'd be fantastic as well.
You want us to kill some of the lizard folk?
Yeah, their families too. You gotta go after the families.
This feels like a South Park episode right
They
now.
say they don't care about their families, but they do. Just a heads up. I am actually saying all things that Trump has said. These are all things he has said. I am. Yeah.
Wow.
He once said that if you want to go after terrorists, you shouldn't go after the terrorists. You should go after their families. So basically, that was the president of the United States advocating for war crimes. So I don't feel like I'm taking him off at all. I feel like I'm representing him 100%, honestly. And if you want to sue me, Mr. President, you can go fuck yourself.
Ex-president.
Carry on. Yeah, sorry.
Sorry,
ex,
so
Mr.
you
President.
I was going to say was.
Yeah,
Former
ex-president.
president.
Former President Trump. Yeah, so you can go fuck yourself, is my advice. Carry on. Yeah, so...
Yep. Barlax,
you can call me your Majesty or your Imperial Majesty.
I think Farblax is a very good name, and it's one that I shall use.
Can I just kind of look at the others and just wink, just for a moment? It's just a whisper, just try something. And she'll step forward and go, "Mighty Farblax, slimiest in the swamp."
Oh, I see my reputation precedes me. Fantastic. You must have seen me on my debut appearance in town of the journeyman and apprentice. I fired a lot of people. A lot of humans fired them.
very impressive. I think you are under some mistake. We are independent observers.
You're not with the cult?
We are evaluating the situation here. We are, as you say, arbiters.
Well, I don't know what that word means, and I thank you to not use made-up words in my presence, if that's okay. I have all the words, the best words.
We want to know, mighty Farblex of the few syllables, why is it that the cultists occupy this space? We were under the impression a mighty Bollywog empire stood here. We were wrong.
We did have we had control of the castle at some point, but then there were some issues with some giant spiders, and turns out giant spiders are the worst, and so they drove us out. So we swore a 1,000-year war against giant spiders, but the cult actually came in when we were busy and took the castle back. So we came to them and made a bit of a deal, bit of a bargain. I'm making jobs. I'm creating jobs for the Bullywogs.
You have created jobs, and you have forced yourselves to work with these lizard folk. That doesn't seem fair.
Lizard folks they're ruining the castle. They're coming up with random stuff that just doesn't make any sense, and they're just frankly a blight on our glorious way of life here.
Well, exactly, and it seems to me that these cultists have, in fact, enabled this. They have, spread the virus of lizard folk in your realm.
No, there is no virus. There is no there's no virus. But even if there was, it wouldn't be a big deal. We're dealing with the lizard folk, but we do need you to kill them and help us build a wall and make them pay for it.
Don't you think that the real smart, and you are clearly a smart person,
yeah, my IQ is huge. It's huge. It's huge.
I heard.
I can't even do this.
I heard you took a test, and you knew all the shapes.
Oh, it was a hard test.
Man, woman,
not many people. You should. I don't think.
person, camera, TV.
Person, camera, TV.
Yeah. No, there's no way that Fruity here could do that test, and one of my main competitors in the swamp for control of the Bullywogs, Flo Roden. There's no way he could have done that.
So
you call him Slow Roden.
You're clearly in the top. Yes.
Sleepy Slow Roden is what we call him.
Oh dear.
You go, Andrew.
I don't know where to go.
It's really hard.
I'm enjoying myself immensely.
Well, your mighty sliminess, it would be our privilege to help you here. But I feel like our talents may be better used. We could train the lizard folk, and then you could send them to war and remove them that way. You have your own army.
Not the biggest fan of arming my enemies. I'm just gonna change the music to something a bit more appropriate. This is better. I feel like this is where we are. No, I feel like training my enemies is not the best move, but I mean, if you could find a way to find out what the lizards are up to as well, that would also be great. Obviously, they're trying to rig the group of powers that we're allocated here as part of our alliance with the cult. They're trying to rig the treasure. They want the treasure. It's rigged. If we don't get all the treasure, then it's rigged.
So here's the thing, your sliminess. Do you know that the cult is building up a giant hoard of treasure that's taking away from yourself? I know you're a very successful businessman, but...
I'm a very successful business frog.
But don't you think a better deal would be to, I don't know, take it for yourself?
Well, I have been telling Fruity, I've been telling you that we need to build more towers with my name on it. And Fruity goes, oh, yeah, I mean, at the moment they're only like one story, your lordship. It doesn't matter, they've got my name on it. I'm a builder. I'm a builder, I build things.
I could definitely see this tower with your name on it. 3 or 4 stories high.
Oh, that'd be the best.
Shining across the swamp.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
right. That's right. I'm a builder. I build things. That's great. I can put my name on it. I mean, the best bit's when you don't even have to build it. But I'm a builder. I build things.
I look at Wiltix at this
Creating
point.
jobs. Wiltix is just getting out his rapier and just
Yeah.
testing the edge. Like he's just literally poking the tip and just testing it. Yeah, so I'm entitled to offer you some monetary payment for your services.
I think as well as monetary payment, we would kindly ask you for freedom of movement around the castle. If we want to remove the lizard scourge and build this physical and mental wall, we should have the ability to move freely.
Well,
We have your word?
my frogs won't stop you going anywhere you're not supposed to go. But there are some places that you can't go because it's not up to us. There are some spaces that I don't have a say over. Obviously, I'll have a say over them at some point, but I just don't right now.
Why is that?
It's a complicated series of legal arguments. I think my lawyer here, Fruity, could best describe it to you. Yeah, so basically, like, there are some areas that fall under, like, non-strict scrutiny. Like, we're not allowed to look at them. We're not allowed to be there. It's like scrutiny, but we can't actually scrutinize things, I believe is what they told me. He's a very good lawyer. He's the best there is. He was mayor of one of our towns for a while, actually.
It sounds like you're getting a bad deal, sir.
No, I know all about deals. I am the deal maker. I know all about deals, and I make the best deals.
Oh, shit.
I mean, super serious adventure, you guys are fucking about with Trump Frog. You don't have to be here. Like, this is your choice. I just want to really re-emphasize that.
Well, your absolute sliminess.
But please stay.
Thank you for
Please
your
stay.
time, and we will be heading out.
No, you haven't signed any documents. Fruity here tells me that signing documents is very important. I've signed a number of documents. I reversed a lot of documents that my predecessor, Slow Bomber, had in process, and I've gotten rid of all of them. We just tore them
Slow
up and I threw
Bomber.
them in the swamp. Yeah. I just undid all of everything he did. I just basically like tore it up and threw it in the mud, and then I stepped on it, and then I took a big dump on it too.
Well, we will continue to scrutinize. I will happily make up a document for you.
Oh, I don't really trust documents. Don't trust them.
You just said that you sign things.
Yeah. No, we make deals and we sign things, but documents I just don't trust.
Sorry, I should have used a smaller... paper. I'll make up a paper for you.
Yeah, that's acceptable. That's okay. I'll allow that.
We'll prepare that, and we'll return to meet with you soon.
Okay,
discuss
but
that further.
you better be careful. Those lizards are bad news. They're really just nasty.
Let
They
us
say nasty
deal with
things. They slander me. They always say things about me. They say horrible things. They're very unfair.
Hey, flybacks. Oh,
Yes?
great farblack spatter goo. What do you think about
you can call me your lord. I am your god too.
Yeah, okay, thanks for that. I will do in the future. But what do you think of Born Grey?
Born Grey's not really converted to the cult of, the religion, the completely legit religion of Spataguian. We renamed it last night. Fruity, can you please get that memo around?
What was it before?
It was Farblexians, but someone suggested Spataguian. And that was me. I came up with the idea of Spataguian last night, so we're calling it that.
Who came up with the Farblexians before that?
That was me too. I come up with all the ideas, the best ideas. All the ideas are mine. I just have the
Very
best
good.
ideas.
You have good words.
I have the best words. I know all the words.
But so you get along all right with Born Grey? What's he like?
He's all right. He's fine. He trusts the lizards, so that's a big no. He's been swindled and duped by the lizards, but apart from that, he's okay.
Swindled and duped. Yes, sir.
He thinks they're good workers.
They're not. I take it.
No, they're from the south of the swamp. Like only drug dealers and murderers come from south of the swamp. Again,
Let's leave.
I'm
We
only
need to
using
leave.
I'm only using things that he himself has said.
I'm just going to bow out the door. I'm just bowing. I'm getting out there.
All right, you can move your character, take it out. It's amazing how easily translatable Donald Trump and American politics are into the very minor, insignificant bullywug lizard folk combat that's going on in Tyranny of Dragons. Like it should have been more difficult and a lot less fun.
All right. Well, thank you, oh great, Far Black.
Oh, slimy.
Hang on.
Fruity starts like moving over.
No, hang on a minute. You gotta join our religion. Now that you've seen the god that is Farblex, surely you're gonna worship him now. We'll take you down to the shrine. We'll splat-tize you. You'll be ready.
Look at Mira.
Yeah, we've invented a new technique of marking people who join our religion called splattism.
I look at Mira. What do you think, Mira? Do you think we should join their religion, or should we sort of keep up our private contracting sort of thing going?
I think we'll finish our investigation first.
By all means, though, we have every intention of joining the great
Yes.
Farblex's religion.
And
But,
if I might add, Farblacks, just quickly, really, there's only room for one religion in this swamp, don't you think? One cult, and we know which one is superior here. We can see that as independent arbiters.
Yeah, clearly. I mean, they call themselves a cult, but they're really like quite mild. They really like the stuff they're wanting to do. Really boring.
What's
What are they trying to do?
Oh, they're preaching about like freeing some like ancient god that was like wronged, and it's boring as. It's lame. No one gives a shit. They're just whinging. Spataguian is a far better religion.
Yeah, you just give all of your worldly wealth to me, and then you're free. I free you from the shackles. You don't have to go and free a god. I free you myself. I am the god, and I'm free already. I'm way better than fucking Tiamat.
question at a game?
Yeah.
Because these bullywugs actually praise him.
Yes.
Does he have some? Does he radiating any like power at all, like deity? Because
You don't know. Do you want to make me an Arcana check?
all right, let's just as more. I'm not like it's just like a little. Nah, it's a 7.
7. As you look at him, you can see that he does have a component pouch. A pouch that clearly contains some elements of... I can actually show a picture of what he looks like. Let me just show that to you guys. Sorry, I should have done that ages ago. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh,
you can see-
yeah.
That's what he looks like.
Wow.
Yeah, that's it. He does
Nice
seem to
hair.
have... Yeah. That's the Make the Swamp Great Again hat. He does seem to have a component pouch, so it looks like he does know some magic. What was your question, Jared?
Well, I was just looking. Is that a lizard man head on his head?
It could be.
Okay.
Cool. But yeah, it has a component pouch, so you think that possibly he might know some magic, or he has magic built in. You're not sure.
Because I had a game for Jared.
Yeah.
I think because people are praising him, he actually might be like a very small deity. Potentially.
You don't know. You don't know. You don't know.
Oh man.
Do you want to find out?
Maybe later on.
But surely, if you are greater than Tiamat, then there's only room for one god around here as well.
Well, there's really only one god, and that is me.
That's
All the other gods, they're fake. They're fake gods.
You could say fake news.
So
Yeah.
you're,
Fake news,
so what
fake
you're
gods.
saying is that the cult trying to raise Tiamat from the abyss is just nonsense, is what you're saying.
Well, they keep going on and on about how, like, Tiamat's listed as one of these betrayal gods, but actually all the betrayal gods were trying to do was just like have a different kind of rule, and it's all pretty bullshit. I just don't really believe it.
Would you say that you are a betrayer god, Spatagoon?
No, there is only God. There is only me. I am the god.
Oh, so you're just saying that the betrayer gods were just betrayers?
Yeah, well, I don't know about that. I mean, they could be betrayers. I don't know. As far as I know, they're just people who just like got locked up because they're not stronger than other people.
I would love to see that. Sorry, go on, Andrew.
I mean, your sliminess. I mean, have the cultists have they moved further north? Like, is this their only stronghold? I mean, you're so great. Can your power extend beyond this castle?
I'm a very, very localized god. I tend to find that I do my best work locally. I support the local members. Yep.
I know, but what influence? I mean, can you imagine what kind of influence have you had if you moved from castle to castle and had had electoral, colleges in your name, spatter colleges, where they voted you in to be supreme god.
I did try to make a university once. Did not go well.
Well, I mean, you mustn't have just had the right followers. I mean, in us, you have the perfect followers. Strong, willing, courageous.
I mean, when you say words like that, you make me think you're the right man for the job.
We're the right group for the job.
Well, if you can prove yourselves,
I mean,
I could hire you out as contractors.
We'll sort out your lizard problem, and then we can discuss future expansion later.
Okay, that is acceptable.
We'll sort out your problems straight away.
Can I give
Don't
you
you
some
worry.
advice before we leave, though?
What was that? Sorry.
Talari?
So can I give you some advice before we leave?
Normally I'm the one giving advice because I'm such a successful business frog, but okay, yeah, sure.
Because there is an old story about a man or a frog such as yourself.
Yeah.
That surrounds himself with these people that say yes to him all the time.
Yeah, they're my favorite type of people.
I would be wary of such people, for it is your place they covet.
Is it true, Fruity? Tez looks at Fruity. Oh, no, my place is to serve you, great one. I'm just a humble little tadpole in your presence.
Oh.
Fruity, you and I are going to need to have a chat down in the tadpole hatchery. You're going to come with me right now below. We're going to have a bit of a talk, you and I.
I'm gonna quickly insight.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, 17.
Is this the last time we're seeing Rudy?
So,
I've got to see
so talk me
Fruity
through.
more.
What's the insight? So, Jin,
Okay,
what are
so
you trying to insight?
What I'm inciting is when he asked the question to Fruity, and
Yeah.
he said, "No, of course not. I'm not trying to take your seat at all. I want to see if he was telling the truth or not."
Alrighty.
Let's
Can I insight to
actually
see if
see
he believes
if he actually wants. I want to see if he's coveting the seat of power.
Gotcha. So 17. You get the hint that Fruity, while not necessarily wanting to take Farblex's spot, definitely does covet something. There's something he's getting out of this arrangement of his own. There is some power or some wealth or something that he's getting that allows him to, or that allows him to tolerate Farblex. Mira, your insight of 11. You're not 100% sure. They seem to be on a good working relationship. Talari, did you want to do an insight check for something else? I think I heard you say.
I did. I wanted to check.
Yeah.
No.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
What did you want to check?
I wanted to see. I wanted to see if he believed me. If he, if I'd sowed a seed of doubt, but I don't know.
With a 6, you get the impression that Farblex is a very stupid individual, one who is easily manipulated.
What was the DC for that, Owen? Was that very high?
No. You get the sense that he's a very stupid individual, one who's easily manipulated, and one who lies constantly. So it's going to be very hard to know anything that he says, if it is truthful or not. As you guys leave the room, you
Thank
see
God.
Farblex and Fruity heading down some stairs. Over this way, and then down some stairs that lead to an area below where you guys are currently, as they head below. And that's all you see. And that is where we're going to take a quick break. Oh, sorry, yeah, you go.
Perfect.
I just want to do one thing to the to the frog just beside me.
Yeah.
I'll say, the quicker the top head rolls, the higher you can climb. And then I'll walk out.
Make me a persuasion check, Talari. Make me a persuasion check.
Ooh.
17.
Oh.
As you
Not
say
bad.
this, the frog turns and looks at you, and he's got this sort of patch of white skin coloration on the top of his head. Very distinctive. And as he looks at you, he goes, "You're probably going to be hearing the name Mork Ponce sometime soon. Mark
What's
my
his name?
words. Mork Ponce.
Ponce.
You're going to be hearing that name sometime soon. You mark my words."
Wow.
I think Owen likes to bullywog Grace a little too much.
I'm having a lot of fun. And that is where we are going to take a break, guys. We will be right back. Don't go anywhere. We're keeping it a slightly shorter episode tonight, so we'll have part 1 and part 2 will roughly be about an hour. So I'm going to keep it a little bit on the shorter side, just so that Simon doesn't miss too much being away. And we'll keep it a little bit on the shorter side. So thank you so much. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere, but if you do, bring people with you. We'll see you guys super soon, guys.
All right, see you guys.
See you guys.
See you soon.